Good evening, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the start of a new school year. We met in exec session, and we've done the flag salute, so I am going to read the public statement of notice. This is a regular meeting of the Board of Education of Berners Township. Notice of the time and place of this meeting was provided, and copies of the resolution were forwarded to the official newspapers as designated by the Board of Education and to the Township Clerk, and a copy of the notice was posted on the bulletin board of the Board of Education offices. For those members of the public who cannot attend our meeting in person, a live stream link to the meeting is posted on the district website. We very much welcome input from the public. There are 2 times during regular meetings that the public is invited to speak. One time is early in the meeting before the board votes, when you may speak about any item that's listed on tonight's agenda. Towards the end of the meeting, there's another public forum to address any matter of public concern related to the schools. When you approach the microphone, please state your name and address. Each statement made by a participant shall be limited to 3 minutes duration. No participant may speak more than once during a given public comment session. The first public comment session will be limited to 30 minutes, and the second will be unlimited. In order to run efficient meetings and to allow maximum opportunity for members of the public to speak, the board reserves the right to set a different time limit for individual comments and the overall time limit for the public comments portion of the agenda. All statements shall be directed to the presiding officer. No participant may address or question board members individually. No public comments will be accepted before 7 p.m. Please understand that public comment portions of our agendas are not structured as question and answer sessions, but are offered as opportunities to share your thoughts with the board. The board administration will respond to public comments to the extent possible. Any board responses to public comments will generally be addressed during board forum or committee reports. However, all comments are considered and will be investigated and addressed as appropriate. Please be courteous and mindful of the rights of others when speaking. Comments may not be abusive, obscene, threatening, or irrelevant. Please understand that students and employees have specific legal and privacy protections. The board is not permitted to respond in public to comments about students and employees. Please also understand that the board will not be responsible for the content of comments made by members of the public. Members of the public are cautioned that they are speaking at their own risk, and any personally directed statements they make may subject them to legal liability to the affected individual. If it's necessary for the board to go into exec session at the end of the meeting, we will provide an estimated length of time for the session and whether any action is anticipated to be taken upon returning to the public session. And that brings us to our report from our student representative. Welcome, MJ. Hope you had a great first few days of school, and what do you have for us?
Hi guys, okay, that works now. My name is MJ Chu, and I am the current school-wide president. As the 2025 and 2026 school year has kicked off, I've noticed so many positive impacts of the changes we've made in the last year. For instance, with banning phones as well as AirPods, I'm noticing my peers socializing a lot more in the hallways. Kids are bringing card games to school or going outdoors during lunch rather than scrolling on their phones. Furthermore, the later school start times have been so beneficial, especially for juniors and seniors who are in the busiest times of their lives right now. They have cited multiple times that it really helped their sleep schedule. There are 2 points of consideration I'd really like to bring up today. First is regarding raising awareness of community service, and second is regarding our methods of instruction. The first thing I want to bring up is raising awareness for community service. My class of 2026, we are seniors applying to college this year. As a result, there has been a huge rush of seniors who are trying to get last-minute volunteering opportunities. So organizations, they are incredibly overwhelmed with the amount of senior applicants that are rushing in last minute. Plus, a lot of seniors are also planning to quit right after their college applications. So from the time that they register to become a volunteer in their senior year to the time that they quit, that's 6 months maximum. It's not enough to really understand the value of community service. Plus, it gives Ridge High School a bad reputation when our students are treating community service as a means to an end for college applications. After discussing this issue with Dr. Lazovic, we think the solution is to really raise awareness, starting from freshman year, about the importance of community service so that we can avoid the senior year rush. The second point of consideration I'd like to bring up is regarding how we instruct students. A lot of teachers across all 4 grades and all levels of courses use a lot of online, digital, and individualized methods of teaching new material. So this can include play posits, asking students to annotate on slideshows. However, when teachers encourage students to use online methods of learning rather than in-person material, I've noticed that everyone across all 4 grades, they're more prone to use ChatGPT or Google AI or even just scroll on their phones when they're supposed to be doing homework. After, again, confirming this issue with the Ridge High School administration, we think the solution would be to encourage faculty to promote interpersonal interactions, at least when it comes to teaching new material, so that we can actually engage the students. But overall, as the 2025 school year has begun to kick off, the Ridge High School faculty, as well as the Board of Administration, you guys have done so much to facilitate our transition, regardless of whether we're seniors applying to college or freshmen joining the Ridge High School community. So we would just like to really thank all of the efforts you've made to truly bettering our community.
Thank you. We look forward to all of your reports at the meetings, and as we have always said, that we know you all are very involved in activities, and so you're welcome to stay and sit through the meeting, but if you have work to do, studies, we totally understand, and you are welcome to leave whenever you need to, so thank you. We are up to the superintendent's report. There aren't any items, but I didn't know if there's anything you wanted to start the year out with saying.
Yeah, no, I did take the opportunity to share that we had a really great opening. If you read this past Friday's SOS Express, I was really impressed at how things started off relative to student schedules. We had a lot of adjustments to get to the master schedule and student schedules that we had for this fall. A lot of folks had to work really hard to make it happen, so I just wanted to thank the efforts of the administrative team, as well as all the administrative assistants, our 12-month staff that were here, the counselors that come in early and stay late. The interior of the schools looked really nice from a custodial standpoint, so just really impressed overall. Transportation always takes a little longer to settle in, as I noted. But we'll work through that over the course of the next week or two, but even that, I think, started off pretty well. So all in all, I just wanted to give a big thanks to everybody and appreciate the patience. I know there's usually some bumps in the road in the first month of school as we get things to smooth out, so thanks to everybody, and really great job, and thanks to the support, or thanks for the support from our board to get us into a new school year. So thanks, guys.
Thank you, and that brings us to public comment on agenda items. If anybody has any comments on the agenda, please come down, sign in on the clipboard, and state your name at the microphone. Okay, with that, I will close public comment. We're at approval of minutes. May I get a motion with that? Keith and Smriti, and can we get a roll call?
Ms. White?
Yes.
Mr. Molinari?
Abstain.
Mr. Amin?
Abstain.
Ms. Mohan?
Yes.
Ms. Corrado?
Yes.
Mr. Shaw?
Yes.
Mr. Talbot?
Yes.
And Mr. Omelanik?
Yes.
We're up to finance. I know that there is a report. You want to do the report first?
Yeah, and there's only 2 voting items, which may be the shortest I've seen. So real quick, I don't know if this is out of order, but just wanted to welcome MJ to the team. Very excited to have you, and we've had all good student reps since I've been here and watching this, and it's amazing. You seem like you're going to be another great one for us, so thank you. And your first 2 points that you brought up are really great points that we're going to help look into as well, so thank you. And then to my minutes, so.
Dave, pull the mic just a speck closer, because I know I'm having trouble hearing you.
Sorry about that. So we had a meeting on August 20th. The committee reviewed the July health benefit claims, which were approximately $2.1 million versus $1.8 million budget. The committee will continue to review claims monthly as health benefits represent the largest impact on the budget, and they truly are the largest impact right now. It was noted that just note that 1 month of data does not necessarily indicate future trends. The second item, the committee reviewed the unaudited projections for 24-25. Again, health benefits were over budget by $3 million. As a result, the targeted fund balance of $4 million closed at $1.7 million, so a pretty big gap there that we're going to have to make up for. The shortfall will need to be addressed now in the next budget. The next item, the committee reviewed levy considerations. Salary increases are expected to require about 2.1 million levy increase. Health benefits remain unchanged, but projections indicate a potential 15% increase, which would require an additional 3.3% levy. Current assumptions anticipate health benefit trending closer to the high range. And then next item, the committee discussed the potential for a separate ballot question to increase the tax levy. After reviewing possible expense reductions and revenue sources, the committee determined it would not recommend pursuing an additional levy proposal at this time. The primary driver of increased costs is health benefits, which can be covered by available levy increases. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, does anybody have any questions for Dave? All right, there are 2 items. Can I get a motion? Mike and Keith, and a roll call.
Ms. White?
Yes.
Mr. Molinari?
Yes.
Mr. Amin?
Yes.
Ms. Mohan?
Yes.
Ms. Corrado?
Yes.
Mr. Shaw?
Yes.
Mr. Talbot?
Yes.
And Mr. Omalanik?
Yes.
So 13 items. Okay. We are up to personnel, and there are 13 items. And there's no report, so can I get a motion on that?
I think there's 14. There's one additional.
Yeah, it was polled.
Oh, okay.
Can I get Dave and Keith? And a roll call.
Ms. White?
Yes.
Mr. Molinari?
Yes.
Mr. Amin?
Yes.
Ms. Mohan?
Yes.
Ms. Corrado?
Yes.
Mr. Shaw?
Yes.
Mr. Talbot?
Yes.
And Mr. Omalanik?
Yes.
We're up to policy.
We're meeting this Thursday,
Okay.
so no report.
Curriculum.
Meeting on Friday.
All right, cruising right along. Wellness.
We're meeting on the 24th.
Okay, that brings us to facilities. There is a report from August 7th.
There isn't. There will be one next time.
Okay. That brings us to liaison reports. Are there any liaison reports?
Just for the Municipal Alliance, the QPR suicide prevention training we met last week is going to be October 8th, 5:30 to 7:30 at the library, and October 23rd, 9 to 11 will be virtual for the suicide training. Highly recommend. I think it's very important, so spread the word.
Thank you. We are up to, sorry, Keith.
Somerset County Educational Services Committee. I attended their August meeting. Just a couple things. They're expanding the facility. They got some new classrooms, a multi-purpose room. They have roof work that's almost done. They're expanding their music program, which the superintendent down there feels will open up additional career paths for their students. The one item of interest to us, a coordinated transportation services agreement between the SC, ESC, and Berners Township School District was approved for 25 to 26.
Anyone else? I think that was it. Now we're up to public comment and non-agenda items. If anybody has anything, come on down.
Tardestein, Riverside Drive. The health levies or actually the health increase is 3.3%. Have you known about this since June? I'd like to know why this ballot's not going to be done in November, when the majority of the people in town will be out in the polls voting, instead in January when you won't have people. I'd like to also know why you're not going to have all the polls open for people to go instead of having one school like you did last time. I know why. It's so because then you only have the school community coming to vote for this and not the whole town, because they'd be knocked down in a heartbeat if you put it in November. There's plenty of time to put it on the November ballot. Even now, I'm sure you could get it on there. I think the only reason you're pushing it to January is to avoid this. And you've talked about stress on the kids. There's nothing more stressful than to watch kids carry 2 full backpacks to school because they don't have lockers to put their crap in. I don't know why you don't have lockers. I had lockers in school. I'm sure the majority of people who actually went to real high schools had lockers. And if it's for anything other than, well, they didn't feel like cleaning out the lockers or there's no room for lockers, that's not good enough. To watch these kids struggle with these backpacks every day, 2 backpacks, walking up a hill, killing themselves. There's no reason for them to have to bring their whole locker with them every day. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, I will close public comment.
So I think if I heard the Finance Committee report correctly, the discussion at the committee was not recommending a vote for additional taxes at any time in November or January. So I don't see that happening either in November or January at this point in time, just to make that clear. Sure thing. The issue of the kids and lockers, we are certainly willing to have kids use lockers at Ridge if they want to. They just choose not to use them, really. Yeah, there's hallways full of lockers. MJ's like, yeah, I have a locker if I want to use my locker. I certainly appreciate the sentiment. I see the kids with lots of gear and bags, and they play their sports, and they sort of have designated areas for their sports bags, so we can try to make that as convenient as possible. We reorganized the storage room at Ridge and put some shelves in there a few years ago for kids to store sports equipment, so trying to make it as easy as we can on them, and they can certainly use their lockers if they so choose. Thanks.
Thank you. And that brings us to board forum. Does anybody have anything that they would like to discuss at board forum? Brett?
Just really simple. Just wanted to say welcome back to everybody. Wish everyone a successful school year. I want to thank the staff and the administration for the amount of work they put into making sure the kickoff goes smoothly and the rest of the year goes smoothly. So thank you to everyone for that.
Thank you. Anyone else? Keith?
Yeah, just a couple things. Welcome to our new student representative. Welcome, MJ. As far as what is not going to happen, the referendum that we're not going to recommend for, at least as of now, I kind of tried to get my head around why we would potentially do it in January rather than November as well, because I agree I would like the entire public to be able to weigh in. So please correct me if I'm wrong, but my understanding is, and it's a weird quirk of New Jersey law, that if we do a referendum in November, it's actually not prospective. It's not actually looking into the next budget year. It's actually retroactive into the previous budget year, which makes it extraordinarily difficult to manage in that way. Am I explaining that correctly?
That's correct.
Okay.
That's why it would be January, because it would be for the next school year.
Right. So, I mean, I don't personally think that law makes any sense whatsoever. I would love to have the entire public be able to vote on any potential referendum, but the way New Jersey is set up, that's just not how it works. So our hands were kind of tied with that, but we're not going to do it anyway.
Anyone else? Okay, well, may I get a motion to adjourn? Janice and Brett. Thank you, everyone.